Only me. There we go. Sorry about that. I'm still getting used to using a phone. So it's next week I'll remember now what to do. Let me just put the mic on here a second. And there we go. Let me know if the audio is okay. And I'll catch up with the chat in 1 second here. Come on. There we go. Oops. There we go. Should look okay now, I think. Audio is good. Thank you. Let me scroll back. Schmoke, Thorpe, the Duke, and Bob, and Schmoke, and Slammin'. Thank you, sir. Kevin, and Dave, Mike, Neil, Kevin, Slam. Okay. And our other Mike and Craig, what's for lunch? I had sweet Italian sausage today. Oh, God, let's not start talking about food. I'll get hungry. Is the video look okay? And there's a reason. James, what's up, brother? There's a reason I asked that, because in the garage, I'm looking at a TV that my laptop is hooked to so I can see it. And Fernando, thanks, brother. Looks killer. Alida and Mad Moose, are you on the road, brother? Kevin wants pizza. You're killing me with the pizza. But anyhow, the TV I got in the garage is kind of a crummy TV. And it even has white overspray on it now. So if you watched the video Friday, you'll know why. So the TV, the clarity's not real good. That's why I always ask, you know, what it looks like. But I'm looking at it on my laptop, and I think it is much better than the webcam. There's no doubt about that. I was just adjusting the camera. There we go, getting there. It's hard to get it where I want it. Try there until I get used to not using the webcam. But I think the phone, the clarity is just so much better. There's no doubt about that. I still have to learn this camera though. Everything has white overspray. Auto. Yeah, it does. Hey, you know, it's odd. I'll wait till more people get in here before I show you. I can't see the likes, you know, or how many people are in here because I'm on the phone. So please hit the like button. I really would appreciate that. And yeah, Ricky, you're right. And Darren and 57 Speedster. Looks really clear. Yeah, you know what? This is way better than the webcam. And I so appreciate that Zachary did this for us. He pulled it together with this phone. It's that 23 Ultra Samsung. And I filmed the last video, Friday's video. If you watched the Rust-Oleum video when I painted the door with the 5-in-1 spray, I used this phone and it was amazing. But there's a lot of settings on this phone compared to my iPhone. And Dorte, my week was great. How was yours, brother? Got the door. Wait, where am I pointing to? Yeah, right there. I'll go up close with it in a little bit and show it. BLTs tonight. Too many tomatoes. Oh, BLT. I love baconless tomato. Oh, my goodness. Love them. And, oh, did you enjoy the video, Lita? Thank you. You know, that I'll show something I'm just waiting for it to populate in here until everybody's here. I'm going to show something about these paint cans that I figured out, and it didn't take a genius, of course, to figure it out. But I'm going to try something unique to our channel here next week. And then I'm going to have Heather doing some spraying. You know, Heidi, what's up? Number one, let me see here. Let me check something. I don't understand why I can't see how many people are in here when I do it from the there's 42 watching, but I can't tell how many likes. So please hit the like button. I really appreciate it because the video will get shared more. Trying to get the algorithm up in the channel a little bit, you know. And Roger, welcome aboard, brother. BLTMT. Sue, how are you? Where is James? I hope he's there. Trying to turn us a little more. There we go. That 26 likes. Yeah, we definitely need more likes. I'd really, really appreciate that. I really do. I'm trying to get the algorithm up on the channel. It's tough because even when people watch the videos, they don't hit like, but they'll comment, and I get it, but it really helps. There's James. I knew he'd be here. And I hope to make you feel good about asking about painting the bug last week. No, Mike, you know, no, it's fine. Actually, there's going to be a lot of painting done now. I got to do the dash. I might start on a dash this week since it's going to be a metal dash. And also, somebody posted in the comments on last week's video, Rick, what is up, brother? And oh, calzone. Yeah, I think you folks are all hungry. You just need to come over here tomorrow for dinner. Heather made like 3 days worth of dinner, so I quit bugging her. I work started to start classes more final year of college. Final year, there you go. I see maybe it was in the shop starting with no oil on the trans just for tuning idle. Couldn't get the right oil yet. Oh man, Dorothy, I'm glad you brought that up. I gotta put the grease / oil in my transmission. I just remembered I put that in and never put the fluid in it yet. Ugh, that would be bad. I'm glad you brought that up. Final year of college. You're almost there. And Lord Mark and Carl, well, BCM is Carl. And let me see here. Magazine show next weekend. Going to be a great time. And V8 Nate is in the door. Thanks, brother. And I'm going to go up close to it in a little bit. It has the typical orange peel. That's normal, you know, but I'm going to wet sand it and then clear coat it though. But Jonathan and V8 Nate, I'll wait until a lot more if you are in here. I want to show you a box of goodies he sent, pretty serious goodies that he had sent me recently, but I'm just waiting for everybody to get in here. And let me see here. Darte, congratulations. Made it this week. I had to set an alarm on my phone to remind me of the time. Now, this is the last Sunday live chat. Starting this coming Friday for the winter time, you know, fall, early spring, we'll switch back to Friday night live chats at 9 p.m. It's Eastern. It's easier for me, you know, in the cold season. And then my videos are going to move to Fridays to Sunday. So starting this coming week, Friday night live chat, and then Sunday morning, you'll see the new video come out, the new weekly video. Let me catch up here. And Dartoy, the oil's important even when it's not in gear. Oh yeah, it is. So I'm doing some hobby homework, researching sub Z-bars, and guess whose little channel popped up in third place? Actually, I got the Wolfsburg West Z-bar rebuilt kit. So I'm going to do that, but I'm going to shim it so it's tighter because from the factory, there's too much play in the Z-bar, and that's when stupid things happen. Ralph Nader will tell you about that. But outside of that, I'm going to do a video on shimming the Z-bar. I'm not going to use a camper compensator. I don't like that stress put on the side of the transaxle studs. That's just me, you know. Why do you think I would have so much oil come on my valve cover when I went to adjust my valves? Probably a quart. You may have too much crankcase pressure, Moose. Just shoot me an email on that and we'll go over it. I did a video on that, actually, if you scroll back on crankcase relief pressure. I'm studying, no, you're not having a leak till you take it off. Yeah, you're having build-up pressure. I'm studying informatics, telecoms. I don't know if it's the right name in English. I don't know, Darte, what that is. I'll be honest with you. I was always just a mechanic. I know a little bit about computer stuff, but I'm not familiar with that, but I hope it guides you to a really nice job and a very stable income, my friend. You got your last year, you're almost done now, and that's important. The ride was good, but when we came home, my valve cover gasket was leaking oil, so I have to get a new gasket. Now the debate, cork or rubber. I like cork. That's me. I like cork. I use Permatex aviation sealer only on the side that glues to the valve cover. Make sure that your clamps are nice and tight. Bend them a little if you have to, if they're factory ones, hopefully. And then don't glue it to the head, though. You'll have a mess going on, and you should be okay then. And if they're aftermarket valve covers, but the factory ones, just lay them down and make sure if you have to put wood up inside. It's hard to explain on here. No, it isn't. Here we go. The luxury of being in the garage. Huh. Okay. That white paint got everywhere because, oh well, I'll clean everything off. Take a piece of wood and go along in here and make sure it flattens it out. Make sure this is not like warped or anything, you know, is what to check. So that's how you get rid of orange peel. Wet sanding before the clear coat. Cool. Well, Slam, and honestly, what you're supposed to do, or what you can do, and I'm not a professional body man, of course, is you paint it and then you wait like 10 minutes in between coats, technically speaking, check for tackiness in an inconspicuous area. But when you go to do the clear coat, you definitely can clear coat without wet sanding, as long as you get that flash time. Like, that's what I call it. You spray it, and then say you get your third coat of paint and you're happy with the third coat. Then you can do the clear coat. I'm using 2K Spray Max Clear with the catalyst hardener in it. So if you wait the third coat of paint and you wait 10 minutes, check for tackiness, then start on your coats of clear coat. I chose to wait because I need more clear coat. And I'm going to have to go ahead, since it dried completely, and then I'll wet sand it with like 1200 or 1500. I'm actually going to be doing it in a couple of weeks, that video, and then clear coating it, and then cut and buff. I hate cutting and buffing, but that's just me, you know. Let me see here. I'll wait until I can get the right oil. And I have Friday night mod responsible at 9 Eastern, but I will try to stop in. Okay, sounds good. And Alita, definitely stick with cork. Absolutely, Nate. I agree 100%, brother. I like the cork. It's just me, you know. And Rod, what is up, brother? How are you? And Darte, yes, the input shaft be spinning, so without the oil, there's bearing run dry, and that would cause damage, and that he does not need. I'm just trying to catch up here real quick. I just want to hear my fresh rebuild engine so bad. I get the GL4 oil anywhere in Portugal. Oh, okay. I was going to say GL4. I didn't know if you watched my video on that, but you definitely want GL4. It's more friendly on the parts inside, the brass. Overspray. Yeah, I had plenty of that. That 5-in-1 spray was crazy, but we're going to go over that in a few moments here. And what I'm going to switch to for the roof. It's going to be fun. I'm excited about the next 4 or 5 videos with painting, because I have a lot of techniques I want to try now. And again, I'm not a body man. I personally put a thin coat cork gasket, Ultrapack RTV, let it dry, then glue the gasket with RTV, the valve cover, leak-free and reusable. Yeah, exactly, Nate. And I like when you can reuse them. I mean, so I do agree with you. Absolutely. I just don't glue it to the head because I get tired of the mess. But I prefer the cork. I haven't had a lot of luck with the rubber ones. And I see you said cork also right away. It's just what we prefer. And I think it works better, though. Let me see here. 79 Brazilian. Convert to disc. Is there a way for me to do this and keep the 4-lug 4x130s with 15-inch rim? I don't know much about the Brazilians. I guess it has a 5-lug or something, maybe, or it has a 4-lug, but I'm not familiar with the Brazilians. But the disc setups you should be able to get with 4x130 with no problem at all. I don't see an issue with that, to be quite honest with you. I just did a VW thing here. No, forget it. He stayed with 5-lug. That's right. But you can get the 4-lug. I don't see why you could not. I get a little over 5 gallons of honey to do. Sorry, not bug related. Or is it? Let me see here. I'm just trying to catch up. I don't like to miss anybody, you know, what they say here. Slam MP sells a kit for factory gear discs, bolt right up. Yeah. Yeah, I think, Nate, wasn't the Gias technically the copy that they were using when it comes to the calipers and that? I think so. Did we decide on pinstriping, Aussie trim, or black chrome? Honestly, I wanted to go with black chrome on that. I don't know if I'm pointing the right direction behind me. I'm thinking about black T-bars and black trim on mine, to be honest with you. Internet, how are you, my friend? Just don't wear through the layers of your color coats. No, I actually did 4 coats in the end, Bob, is what I did, because that's what I didn't want to do. But I'm just scuffing lightly to get the orange peel knocked down, and then I'll go ahead and, since the gases all escape, technically speaking, and then I'm going to go ahead and do the clear coat. Cork has won the debate, and I've just ordered it. Thanks, guys. You're welcome, Alita. It's all opinion. You know, we have to be respectable with each other's opinions, which you folks are awesome. You always are. But I don't like the rubber very much, in all sincerity. Finally got my new front hood hinges, gas struts replacers. We still there? I don't know why it did that. Hopefully everybody's still with me. I'm waiting until the camera quits jumping around there. I don't know why it did that for. But anyhow, one thing I just seen about the phone compared to the webcam is I can hit try again and it'll reconnect me. If the webcam, it would have been over. Must have had a bad signal. I apologize. So James, that is awesome, awesome, awesome. I hope you like the gas struts. I'm not doing that to mine, just trying to watch with the extra money right now. But that is awesome. I'm glad you got that done, because I remember talking about that in here. And Dave, Mr. Gowdy, how are you? What is the best way to get rid of light surface on the underside of my fenders? Honestly, if it's just a light surface of a film of rust, I think that's what you're actually saying, unless I'm being dumb, much as possible. I would hit it with, maybe, if it's a light surface, hit it with some 1200, and you know, you're going to probably have to use a etching primer and then paint, and it's going to be the underside of the fender. So if you get some orange peel in that, you know what I mean. And 420, how are you? Welcome aboard. And Misty, starting to deal with it. And I'm trying to catch up, folks. Bear with me here. The best I can find is GO407580. I thought that's what I was using last time, or maybe it was 7590. They have it on Amazon. And yes, in the corner of the Google and search lots of pop. Hey, Backyard Combi, which is Greg, my friend. Thank you so much for the live chat donation. I just saw it now. I don't know when I got goofed up here, Greg. Please bear with me, my friend. Thank you. I'm so happy to see you in here. Thank you so much. How's Clinton doing? I hope you're still in here, because I had a hiccup there with my connection, but I hope Clinton's doing well, and I hope you're jamming with that surfing music. Anytime you put that up and I get a chance to see it, that is my kind of music, my friend. I could cruise to that. Stuart Smith, how are you? Welcome in. And Jar Jar, how are you? And it has 4 lug drums. Oh, well, yeah, when you're switching over to the disc brake conversion, you're fine. You just stay with your 4 lug, that's all. And I can see Heather Sheets coming in the garage now to cover up everything up, but I won't say anything. I hope she's not watching. Sheets are probably a good idea. I could probably, you know, that spray, and I'll go over that momentarily. That stuff was wicked. I mean, the way that is designed for the vertical spray on the 5-in-1, if you watched the video, it was like a cloud coming out. I couldn't believe it. Let me see. I'm way behind here. Oh no, I'm way behind. Let me skip ahead here, because everybody's saying you're back. So, and Brazilian is a little silly, but you need to find out. Oh, okay, she was talking to him. And when you're planning to paint, I'll be doing sections each week, Rod. I got a couple videos to do in between with the interior, but I'll be doing sections every week. Heather's going to step in and spray, I believe, next week for me, which will be a lot of fun. You just said he may not use chrome. No, Darren, I was going to do on my chrome and black to be unique. Pretty simple, but installing a headliner. Yeah, Stuart, it's not fun. Honestly, I really don't enjoy doing headliners. I will do them and help people out. I love helping folks, but I don't get excited when somebody asks me to help with a headliner. I'll do it for them, but I don't do cartwheels before they get here. And here, took a trip around the workbench and cork with no sealant. I've never had one leak on me. And earthquake, what happened? Where am I? Losing audio. I guess I sound okay now. Somebody just said something here. Hopefully. Wayne Ivola, congratulations, brother. I just put it on the on our group, community group on Facebook, that Wayne was at a show today with 400 cars, and he had his shirt on, not this one, the other one that we have, and he took first place out of 400 cars. And now there was only a few Volkswagens. This was all kind of cars. Congrats, brother. I am so proud of you. That was so awesome. Brian, where have you been, Mr. Forsyth? I haven't wanted to bug you. I thought you might have been working a lot lately, but I'm happy to see you stopped in. And JD, how are you? Your audio is fading in and out. Okay, that ain't good. Uh-oh. See a couple people posting, I can't hear you. Video sounds fine. And Jonathan, what are we talking about today? A little bit of everything, but I want to go over this paint that I did Friday if you caught the video. I've tried, but I think there's some kind of law. I can't order oil online, but it's GL4 and GL4 Plus the same. I never had GL4 Plus. I'm not familiar with that, but GL4 is perfect. That is perfect for what you need. I didn't know you couldn't get oil shipped. And Dawn, how are you? Welcome in. Audio fine, 73 people. Wow. 52 likes. Don't forget to hit the like button. Please hit that like button. If you do, you'll hit the lottery tomorrow. Guarantee it. You won't, but... And Scott, what is up, Mr. Sutton, my bro? And greetings from Louisiana. Stuart stopped in from Louisiana, which is awesome. Thanks. Is the sound in and out just on my end? Let's do a sound check, everybody, one more time. Is the audio okay? Do I still look ugly? We know about the videos working. And audio is fine here. Okay. Audio is choppy on my side. Wonder if it's... What if I should do this? Was it rubbing my ugly neck maybe? Because I don't have a collar on with a... I don't have a shirt on with a collar. Couldn't edit that out, could I? I'll kind of hold this here. I have a microphone that plugs into the computer, but good to hear, good, sounds good, in and out. Might be on just a YouTube thing on some people's. Audio goof. Brian said I'm a goof, but Brian knows me. I'm a goof, so it's okay. Look at internet. He's trying to cause a problem. Oil discussion. Let's go. As I said, I wanted to do a video on oil, but I know what'll happen in the comments. I was going to do a really extensive video on it. Now, maybe I'll do it just for the fun of it. You know, everybody gets hurt too easy now. It's ridiculous, but I had to go all the way back out YouTube, back in and out. It's working fine. Okay, thank you, Moose. Maybe that's it. I need to log in and out, technically. Leave and come back, I guess. And I had to log out. Yeah. And sound, it's not on your end, Slade. Okay. YouTube bug. Audio dropped on my Fire Stick, but worked on my phone, so it's on YouTube's end. Okay. Brian, I'm kidding. I know you're messing with me. It's fine. David said, left YouTube, came back in. That fixed it. Audio's messing up. Go out, come back in. And Jim said, YouTube not working for me on my TV. Works on my iPad. Okay, I'm going to clip this back on my collar then, so I don't look like I'm doing something weird. There we go. And let me see here. Dude, anyways, oil doesn't care about soft fillings. We'll do synthetic so it's a little smoother for everybody. You know? I didn't even mean that to be funny. It'll clean everybody's act up. Well, we could go far with oil discussion. I did want to do a video on oil. No, I'm not an expert. I can only base it on findings, you know, so... But I really wanted to do one, so maybe I'll get that together in a few weeks. I'll involve Heather, so it makes it a little more interesting than somebody seeing me just talk, you know, because when she talks, well, no, she always jerks me around when we're filming. If anyone's having issues, log out, log in. YouTube has streaming issues all week. I'm sorry, my internet failed. Did you say something about Darte, I don't know GL4 Plus. I won't lie to you. I don't know, but GL4 is fine. You're perfect to use GL4. You won't have no issues. I like using antifreeze. You believe all the different antifreezes out now? When I was a kid, we had green antifreeze, and I know I'm old and the whole thing, and it's been forever. But honestly, you know, we had green antifreeze, Preston, Xerox, your choice. Now, oh my God, there's pink, blue, orange, polka dot, who knows, but it's insane how many different antifreezes there are now. Let me see, much better. Are you happy with how the door turned out? Stuart, I must say I am. For an amateur, which I consider myself, not with spraying, but with messing with rattle cans and different things, I'll go over to the door momentarily here. It orange pilled, but it's going to. I used an HVLP gun on a Harley that I did, and it orange pilled. I sanded and buffed, and it was great. So we're going to go over a couple Rust-Oleum things that I found out and some things I'm going to do. Brian, yeah, I was wondering that too. Yeah, I have a hat on because my hair needs cut. The GL4 Plus, what makes it Plus? And I'm sure he don't know either, but I've never heard of that, you know. Let me see here. 75 people, 61 likes. Let's hit those likes. Please hit the like button. You will be rewarded in the end. I love green. All the other stuff, no way. Yeah, you know what, Slam? And a lot of the GMs that I've owned had the GM antifreeze. I can't remember the name of it. Now it's going to make me mad. Okay, well, I can't remember. I used to flush it all out and put old-fashioned green antifreeze in because I didn't like that stuff they were using in GMs in the 2000s. I just forget. Started with a D. Oh, well, I got to let it go. I just can't remember right now. I don't know. My local shops, they only have GL4 Plus. You know what? Truthfully, I would ask them or read the bottle or else Google it. What makes it GL4 Plus and see what that says, because I've never heard of it, to be quite honest with you. I love green all the way. I know. Stop making sure I didn't miss anything. I backed up a hair and I was kidding. And yes, it used to be $1.99 a gallon. Yeah, Shane, them days are gone now, huh? Now you like take a second mortgage out to go food shopping. Everything got better. Okay. I'm from Portugal. It's probably why I can't get it shipped. I'm sure different countries, yeah, it could be tough to get certain things shipped. They have a certain paint in Canada, and I can't remember the name, and we can't get it shipped here. So I understand that completely. Fraser, Colorado used to claim the coldest city in America. Many of the streets were named after antifreeze brands. Jim, are you being serious? Oh, man, I didn't know that. That's kind of funny. I use Paisley antifreeze on my flying car. What? I don't know if Mike's jerking me around or something. I don't know. If he has like a remote-controlled flying car. I've heard the molecules in syntheticals are smaller, and it can lead to more possible to have leaks. But what VW does an already market spot. The way I view it, Jonathan, and I'll get into that in my upcoming video. Dexcol, that was it, Rick. Thank you. My brain, it's a 61-year-old brain, and it's seen many things. Well, it's seen a lot of pizza, but the synthetics, if you've already run dyno oil or conventional oil for a long time, it's dirty, the whole ordeal, and it's fine. But when you use the synthetic, it likes to clean things, and it cleans the seals up that already have crap in them, and then they start leaking. So that's from my experience. I'm probably 80% right about that. 10W30 works just fine. If you want to get racing types, add zinc, put in some THC. I'm sure, yeah, you put in some THC, it'll get you there pretty quick then, and in a very good mood. I mean, Valvoline VR1 makes pretty nicer. It used to be Brad Pen, now it's Pen. How about the pronunciation of all or Earl? Oral. Somebody used to say it that way that I knew. Oral. I had a friend that used to say that. Here's my best oil advice. Pick one brand of oil in that particular motor and stay with it for that engine's life. Weight and viscosity and personal choice and run some things away. Yeah, and you know what, Nate? I said that one time during a live chat. It was probably a year or two ago. And I said, just pick one and just stay with it. Exactly what you're saying, brother. Exactly what you're saying. Oh, man, people are mad. That has nothing to do with it, but it actually really does. It really, really does. Let me see here. I do have to catch up. I'm messing around. And Dexcol, everybody remembered but me. I hate Dexcol, and I don't use the word hate. I don't like that word. There's a website, the Oil Geek, has a lot of great info on oils. I'll check that out. Thank you. I'll try to remember that. And there's Bob the Oil Guy, too. Or something like that. Not Bob the Builder, but Bob the Oil Guy. Until I had kids. Let me see here. Did my audio replacing a lot of things. And there we go. Let's see the paint job. The video is very good. Thanks, Scott. I'm going to show that in a few seconds here. I'm just catching up on the comments. Some GL5s can be yellow metal safe. It's still saying the bottle specifically I personally reference. Yeah, some are supposed to be backwards compatible or whatever they say, but I get real paranoid about that, Mike. Even with tranny fluids, it'll say backwards compatible, and I'm like, ugh. And I'm sure it's probably safe. It's my old brain going, nah, I don't want to try it. But everyone wondering, my house being delivered tomorrow and set in on basement on Tuesday. Rod, that is awesome. Of course, I get to see pictures of my private chat. If you know, Rod is the one who lost his home to a fire. So the new home is on its way. I'm very excited for him. I got to see photos, so I enjoy that. Rod and I are on a personal level privately, so he'll show me pictures of where it's coming along and how it's going, and I'm so happy for him. Sling Buzz, happy Sunday to you. I flushed the Dexcol out of my S10 and put green in. Bad idea. Everything started rusting. Wow, really, Nate? I didn't run into that. Well, I probably don't keep cars long enough either, but we had a Malibu and we had a Silverado. I can name quite a few, actually, that had the Dexcol, and I got paranoid and flushed it. Ronald Rowe, good evening from Katanning, which is, I don't know, 30 minutes from me. With green, 71 Gia, I think I replaced shift bushing without pulling the rod completely out of the tunnel. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. I pull them completely out of the tunnel because I like to clean that old rod up really good, almost to the point of polishing it, and then put fresh grease on it. That's why I pull the rods out completely, run. And Mike's got to stop flying his drones. And let me see. I miss someone coming here and talking to everyone. Unfortunately, I have to go. I have class in 5 hours and 30 minutes. Dorte, get your rest. That's more important. Maybe this coming Friday night, when we switch to Fridays, you'll have more time. But good luck in school and enjoy your day tomorrow, my friend. Thanks. We're very excited. He even took work off to help. That's awesome. I can't imagine how you feel after what you've been through. Had to see my family this week and get the sand rails ready to go play in the mud. Outstanding. Now that sounds fun. And thank you, Dorte. Good night, my friend. Let me see here. I am trying to make sure I don't miss anybody's message because I feel bad when that happens. Isn't it nice that the color of the antifreeze not matter on an air-cooled BW? True, Otto. And James said it sounded fine on his side. Let's get the likes up. Yeah, I can't see the likes at all. Hi, Slade. Check your email. I sent you some questions a couple weeks ago. I'm going to check my spam folder then, because I've been running into that on that Yahoo mail, and I absolutely don't know why. I'm almost tempted to switch over to an Xfinity email because I think that I might have better luck, but I will check that, Bob. That's weird. When checking out used GM for antifreeze colors thing, they seriously don't do well with anything else. And Lord Mark, are you leaving, or did you say goodnight to Dorte? Because if you are leaving, good night, my friend. I didn't know which way to take that. Okay, AI says GL4 Plus is safe replacement for GL4. It is formulated for increased protection against wear under extreme pressure, high stress. My life. GL5 with MOT additive is brass safe. Okay. Yeah, some of the GL5s or whatever, I did read that they were brass safe. That was the main thing. Brian Forsyth here, as you see, he builds transmissions. He's the guy that's going to know. There's also the Oil Geek YouTube you can ask in the comments. And yes, there's an access panel under the back seat. And I'm just scrolling through quick here. And what is the best oil to use on a stock 1600? I'll go over that in a video, Jar Jar. It's going to come into the temperature, what time of the year, where you live, stuff like that. You know, but GL4 is just a marketing term. And Rod clapping. Some of the GL5s have additives that'll eat brass, though. Thanks, Rick. Rotella. I think Rotella lowered their zinc in it, though, I thought. And hit that thumbs up. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate that. I decided to replace my master brake cylinder, y'all brake works in, and focus fixing the wire and steering column, then research conversion on the fronts. Yeah, doing the conversion on the fronts is not hard, Slam, and I did multiple videos on it when I was doing some free work for people to help them out, and it's not a bad deal at all. Jackson wants to know, anybody going to gyms next month? Think about going, won't know anyone though. Jackson, you're probably going to see me. I'm probably going. I think it's October 4th. Pretty sure. Almost positive. I'm not near my desk. I'm up the garage. I'll let you know, Jackson, when it gets close, but Heather and I are probably going. And Aaron, how are you? Welcome in. And we have 69 likes. And Brian will be at Jim's. I'm not going now. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, I might follow Brian out depending on what's going on. T6 would I use my 13 Passe T-Dash Smoke Shop. I have a little ZDP. Yeah, when you have an additive, it does help out, no doubt, you know. And what's up, Baja Bug? You done the math on how much it will cost to paint the car by can, paint clear, and check your email and need address to send sticker. Okay, I'll do that. Somebody else sets up on my email, but I haven't checked it in about 3 days because it gets overloaded with sponsor stuff. But honestly, I didn't do the math yet on the cans. I'm just having fun and rolling with it. But during the videos, I'll name how many cans I technically use each time. And then the next time I'm using an LVLP gun on the next car with a small compressor and a base coat, clear coat. That is why I said goodnight to both. Yeah, Lita played it safe. Let me see here. Spam folder, Yahoo memories. I keep telling people to text me. Yeah, honestly, I get a lot of my spam folder that shouldn't be in there, Misty, and that really aggravates me because I forget to check both all the time. Saw the rattle can video, was impressed, waiting on rooftop painting to see how that goes. Oh, I'm going to talk about that in a minute. I've done painting on cars, airplanes, can't wait. Fernando, I'm going to go a different direction with the roof with painting, and I'm going to go over that actually right now. I love the videos. I have 72 Super. Love the Supers. They ride very nice. Just got a 1915 DP. I'm putting in my car. And Aaron, you're going to love that. I don't know where you live, and it's none of my business, of course, but you're going to love that for climbing hills because where I live, it's like this. So it makes it difficult on a 1600. So you'll feel like you're driving a normal car, technically speaking. Castrol GTX Classic is great oil cool motors. Castrol started out with Castrol years ago, hence the name. Castrol. I've been running Castrol GTX like for a million years. To be honest with you, I like Castrol. It's basically to what I run and everything. And I can't even prove anything great about it, but I've never had no troubles or engine clogging up or anything, you know. So, okay, I want to go over a couple of things. Yeah, James, let me get something here a second, and then we'll go over near the door. Okay, I'm still here. Don't run away. Looking for a can and a can, and I'm here. I didn't leave. Oh, I forgot the microphones on my shirt. Okay. So this week we did the door video, and I'll show you the door in a minute when I'm done here. So this is what I used. It's the 5-in-1 spray. So you can do horizontal, vertical, standing on your head, whatever is comfortable for you. Don't stand on your head, you get hurt. But this actually worked really well. If you did watch Friday's video, you're going to see number 4, the vertical position. That dang thing left a cloud. I mean, it came up strong. I don't know the deal. And you have 2 different size cans. I know this is not 5-in-1, but this is a little bit of a bigger one that I found. Here I pulled the lid, so to speak, you know, the adjustable spray. Uh-oh, it's stuck. Guess I should, oh, there we go. I actually, thank you, Slammin'. I actually pulled this off the can, and no, I'm not making it up. Oop, here, that's empty. So this was on here, and being I'm a nosy person and always wanting to see what's up, and I'll try not to bore you. I'll try to make this quick. I went ahead and I popped the lid off. This is regular nozzle, so to speak. So here is a regular can of paint with a regular spray nozzle. So, of course, don't do that at home. There's the regular, I do dumb things, tip. I think I need that idiot shirt. And it goes on it's sprayed. It goes on just like a regular can. So in all reality, don't do this. This is, I know, smoke. This label and can, and it's fine, but it got a little on the lip. I know. Leave me alone. And I'll get back to you, Slammin'. Give me 1 minute on a few of you folks there. I'll keep this quick as I can. This can is no different than this can. It's just relabeled because you get this. So if I want to, I can buy just Rust-Oleum regular 2 times paint or whatever, 2X, I'm sorry, and save these and put them on there and get the vertical spray. So that's what I found out because I'm weird and I'm always, yeah, Brian. It didn't taste good. And then I wonder why I get sick all the time from doing dumb crap. Here's something. Leeson's got a little laugh out of it tonight. I'll continue with the paint in a minute. I don't want to miss anybody's comments. I feel bad. I tried 4 on a couple running boards, headed out back to 3 because I couldn't move fast enough for what it was putting out. There's another product called Ospo. Be sure to paint it on with a brush, wipe it off in the areas not concrete. It destroys rust ever easily. Slam, and I've got probably 10 videos on Ospo. I won't get that out. It's clear down the bottom shelf. I have Ospo. I use that on all the rusted areas after I clean them up real nice. Always let the Ospo sit for 24 hours though, before you paint over it. First I thought I was going to see pink. I can't. My teeth will come out of the sprayer. Well, I guess Heather's here. Okay, that wasn't good. I thought she was busy tonight. Hi, hon. Sorry. Just watch out for the penguin behind you. See, I do dumb stuff all the time. This isn't something new. Now I'm just doing it live. 90% of spray cans, the vertical, horizontal spray pattern, Okay, I'm just making sure I didn't miss nothing. I didn't know Heather was on here. Yeah, the Ospo is good stuff, in all honesty. I stopped making tasty paint in the 70s. My generation missed out. Jonathan, no, don't talk about cheats. No. But anyhow, the 5-in-1 spray is nothing but a cap on a regular can. So it's fine. They have, I even checked these cans together and they have the same tip. So there's actually, there's nothing different. But I will say this cap made a world of difference though with the adjustable spray patterns. I really, no, I didn't take any sheets. No. I didn't take any sheets. I really didn't. Truthfully, here's what I do want to try though. I got to run out tomorrow or Tuesday. So wow, that really did taste funny. This ain't fun being in a garage when I'm filming because I do dumb stuff. Well, at least he's not using your household goods in a garage anymore. See how that door leveled out. Nate's trying to like pull me away from her, like, let's switch gears here. Yeah, Miss Clean. Okay, anyhow. Nate had me there. He's like, come on, let's switch gears here. Let's switch gears. Noah and Sophie are probably going, Daddy, did we end up like this guy? I hope not. It's Nate's kids. They're beautiful. Anyhow, here's the plan. I still got quite a few of this, so I am going to go ahead and use that on crap. Okay, nothing happened. I'm going to use the rest of my 5-in-1 spray on the fenders, the trunk. Sorry, my voice is getting raspy. And final Sunday comedy hour. Yeah, when things go wrong. Let me catch up before I tell you what I'm doing with the roof. Paint's getting to me now. Okay, let me see. Wedding, back off, man. Paint chips for all the craze. Kids loved them. Oh yeah, got to have that lead. Those low back buckets are pretty awesome, huh, Slade? Internet's like, switch gears here. I'll actually take you over to them in a minute. Jeff, how are you, Mr. Tanner? Welcome in. Paint fumes are getting me. I just can't believe that happened live. Okay, it is what it is. Yeah, because we're switching to Friday nights this week, so I had to do something really stupid before we ended Sunday night chats. The Friday night chats, honestly, are going to be easier on me. It's hard Sunday nights, so it'll be a lot of fun. This will be fun. I would use some brake clean before we started. Yeah, I love you folks. You're a blast. Oil comment, aluminum are still back bearings. But anyhow, save the cap if you... I can't even get serious now. Save the cap from your 5-in-1. Even if you want to just buy one, you know, don't be going into Home Depot and pulling the wood and leaving. Don't do that. Yeah, don't do that. When you were little, did you eat the Testors model glue? Now you moved up to Rust-Oleum. When I was little, we had Testors glue, and they switched it to the sniff-proof glue, and I was young, and I'm like, why did they do that? Well, I didn't know. I wouldn't have done that anyhow, but then when they did the sniff-proof glue, I had to sniff it then because I didn't understand what was going on. I think it smelled like grapes or something. But let me see here. Let's save the wells. I think you should invite Red Green to show up your shop or Tim Allen. So I don't start heading for a tune on it. It's all on the angle. Okay. Yeah, fun or it's stealing. Yeah, true, Jar. And wait, Aaron said I'm in California. Race at Medford Drag Strip in Medford, Oregon. That would be fun to go watch, in all honesty. Save the caps, collectibles. Everybody's on a roll tonight here. Holy crap. Okay. Mike's like, we got to shut him down. Just save your cap. If you do buy a 5-in-1, but you're going to have to clean the nozzle out. Like I said in the video, the nozzle on these, though, are probably the size of a pinhead. And, oh, Kevin, you leaving? Good night, brother. I'll catch up with you in our little chat there tomorrow. I hope you have a great week, you and April both, my friend. And then you take a tip like a 1.4 in a regular gun. So the tip is small in these. But if you did watch the video, I was surprised when I started spraying the pattern it was big. It was a big spray pattern. However, here's your problem now. Heather's pawning me off on everybody. Excuse me. When you can soak in acetone after using mineral spirits. Yep. With acetone, oh good, I got hiccups now. With acetone, Jar, be careful when it's plastic. Like soak a little wee bit, pull it out, rinse with water really good and spray it because acetone will melt plastic. I'm not sure if you knew that or not, which I didn't know that years ago, but I found out real quick. Hit me some of that paint. Slades 63 where they bolted the floor pans in. Jim, we did that too. Truthfully. Oh, okay. James is leaving too. Thank you for being here, James. And Sue, his wife, is in here watching from behind too. Have a great Arizona week because that's where they're at. Good night, Micro. Okay, hiccups from me. You're cut off from paint caps. It has been a fun evening, James. No, Misty, I'm getting silly now. I don't know. I think the shot of paint to the mouth. Yeah, you can spray it till it's clear. I've done that a lot with the cans where I'll hold them upside down and it clears the nozzle out. Usually I just blow them out with a little bit of air, you know. What I am going to do, since the roof, I don't know if my finger's in the right spot, is a large section. What I'd like to do is I am going to test it. And if it fails, I'll wipe it all back off and clean up, you know. But I'm going to go ahead and buy a can. It's a large can. This is a large can. This is larger than normal. I'm going to buy a can of that turbo spray by Rust-Oleum, and they have the gloss white, and it's like that long. It's a big can, and it comes out in a vertical spray, and wow, like this stuff sprays bigger than an HVLP gun. I'm going to do that. And thank you, Slade, for the info and fun night. I got a server updates tonight, brother. See you, Slade fan. Good night, Slam, and thank you for being here, brother. I appreciate that very, very much. And taking caps off the paint or the teeth. I still haven't seen the door gang. Yeah, I'm checking out in a second. Turbo cans are ridiculous. I watched somebody actually, you do that, and wow, that spray comes out like crazy. So I'm not going to let Heather use that because she's used to using regular spray cans. She's actually quite good at it. So I'm going to have her spray probably the fenders this coming week or next week. But I'm going to get the turbo spray with that big can and shoot the roof because that spray pattern is like crazy big, like 8 inches or something. So let's go over and look at the door. We're set. Okay. Still not used to having a phone in here yet. Ooh. Okay, there we go. Now, it actually come out good, in all honesty. I'm very happy with it. And it did what you would expect out of even a gun. There we go. Can you see that? And that's easy. Scuff and buff. Now, I'm not going to buff, though. I'm just going to wet sand it and then go ahead and put the, where's that? That right there. And that has the little cap. Where you at? There we go. You put it in the bottom, and then the catalyst. Technically, the come on, the hardener. So I'm going to have to, when I take that down, I get up on the hinges that way and spray, but not a big deal. Some of the areas like down here, look at that. I must have hit it a little heavier and it come out like glass. So I was really happy about that. Let me see here. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm getting fuzzy. I can't seem to get it. Oh well. It's my lighting here. It did come out like glass on the inside. It's just hard to see. Oh, maybe there we go. But it did. It come out really good. It really did. I've never used the vertical 5-in-1 spray, and I'm really happy with it. We do have, the seats are both bolted in. I got to take them back out now, though. so that I can, you see I had them covered. I have to take them out. Oh, crap, what'd I do there? Oh, you're still there. Because I have to paint the brackets. You can't see them, but I got to paint the brackets. I keep these seats covered up pretty good just because of stuff I do in here. But I do want to spray the roof with the turbo spray. I want to see what it does. And truthfully, ooh, almost fell. I want to use the turbo spray on that. The fenders, Heather's going to spray the fenders. And I got to do the other door and that, but I'm going to do the adjustable spring plates too. I still want to put them on. It's bothering me. But yeah, the door come out pretty good. It needs some 12 or 1500 wet sand just to cut it, and then I'll put the clear coat on. So we have cans on backup. So I do have those. Heather bought me quite a few of them, and I keep a little bit of everything on hand, I guess, as much as I can, you know. But and there's all my 50,000 things of sandpaper. But there's stuff everywhere in here. Just bins of parts and you name it. Everything's all over the place. Okay, let me put this back on here and see where I'm at. Let me see here. Let me catch up. I got to see where I have the camera positioned. Hopefully okay. Yeah, it should be fine. And let me see here. I'm dizzy. Roger, it doesn't work with cans. You can spray sideways. That works well with large cans. Turbo cans are ridiculous. You got orange peel. Oh yeah, it's hard to escape orange peel sometimes. It really is. Or is it the paint? Thank you, Internet. I appreciate that. How many cans did you use to do the door? 3. But I went heavy. I went really heavy, Bob, and I went quite a few coats because I wanted to be able to scuff it down. And so I'll probably end up taking a whole coat off, which is perfectly fine. I just woke up, injured my arm badly. Wow, you okay, Ron? What'd you do, brother? You might need some air, open a window or a door. You can take sunroof out when you do the top. Yes, Rick, I am actually. I've got to put new seals. I already lubricated and redid the cables. I think I did a video on it. I can't remember now. And I want to put new seals in the sunroof, but I'm going to paint the sunroof out the workbench and then cover that area with a piece of cardboard. And then I'm going to go ahead and spray the whole roof and everything. But I definitely want to use the turbo spray on that roof. I want to see how that works. Brother, I'm going to lay down. I'm still getting back on my feet after last week. Okay, Misty, I hope you feel better, my friend. I did see you were sick, but I didn't want to start messaging you and all that, you know. But I hope you feel better. And good night, Misty. Good night. Okay. All waiting on the next video. Good night, Fernando. I hope you have a great week, my friend. And you did the vid. Okay, I thought I did, Rick. There's like 500 videos up now, and I'm not being arrogant. That's not my goal. It's just I did so many sometimes that I forget some of them, you know. Had to clean up the dash. Someone used a brush on mine. Ugh, that's a pain, Jeff, in all honesty. Good night, Rick. I checked, Ricky. That envelope is in my town for morning. So thank you, sir. I just wanted to let you know. I just checked it this evening, actually. Well, my phone's down to 6%. That ain't good, Rod. Sounds like you're at the end tonight, brother. Thank you. Yeah, I was down, say, barely even the shop this week, just paperwork, but tooth is out and recovery is here. Good, Misty. You're on your way to the light side now. Fell down a hill, landed on my arm, but you inspired me. Oh, well, you know, glad to be of help. I hope you're feeling better, Ron. That stinks. It does. I did that years back. Took my family out to the country, up through the mountains, and we're hiking. Everybody stepped on this one big rock to go down the hill, and I went last because I try to stay behind everybody good night, Jeff. Have a great week, brother. Remember, this coming Friday is when we switch to Friday night live chats at 9 p.m. Eastern. Truthfully, I was the last one. I stepped on a rock. It didn't hold 240 pounds, so I did probably 4 cartwheels down the hill into a little creek that was like 4 foot deep. Falling is not fun. You have a great week too, Rod, and I'll talk to you actually tomorrow on chat. Me and Rod chat back and forth as we can, with each other back and forth. But I am excited about trying the turbo spray. I'm going to pick it up this week sometime when I'm out. There's no rush, I guess. And I'm going to spray that roof and, of course, the trunk lid, the front trunk, whatever, But I've watched a few people use it. I think they were moving too quick. You're welcome, Ron. I really do. I hope you heal up quickly. And getting injured is not fun. It's just not. I seen some guys shooting the turbo spray in the can, but the only problem I've caught, and I'm not putting anybody down, that I've never done that. I don't like doing it. But some of these guys are using that spray and they're moving like lightning. And then you can tell it's almost being dusted on. You only dust your first coat and then you go heavier after that. So I'm not sure why they're doing that. I like a second wetter coat and then a third really wet, fourth drenched without runs. And I am not an expert by no means. I'm really not. But at the end of the day, I don't understand why the ones that are showing the turbo cans are like, they're trying to move too fast. And with body work, I don't know if Duke is still in here. He's a body man of 40 years, 42 maybe, I think, who has an amazing car that's jaw-dropping, literally. I'm sure he would agree. You don't rush when you're painting, Yeah, let me know, Scott. Have a great night, brother, and give me a yell tomorrow. I'll be doing some work on the house tomorrow. Actually, I got to get caught up on, brother, but thanks for being here. And your car does look good. I seen a picture. It actually come out really nice. Next, you got to do that quarter panel. No, Rick went night-night. There we go. I was trying to see something a minute there. But of all the paint jobs, I'm really excited to see the yellow frunk done. My OCD is killing me. Internet, you know what? It's not just you. Anytime I'm up here and, I still got to, primer the fenders and the front apron. That fender right there, as you can see, is sitting a little higher. And those are Mexican fenders. They're matching set. However, good night, Bob. Have a great night, brother. Thank you. And tell Vicky we said hello. I'm going to take that off and Dremel. And are you leaving, Jim? If you are, good night, brother, because I didn't know if you were saying good night to somebody else. I'm going to elongate the holes in that fender right there so that I can tilt it forward a little wee bit. I can't stand, the other one, I don't know if you can see, I got that to line up perfect with the apron, the fender, but it drives me nuts when they're not lined up. So I'm going to take a Dremel and Dremel the holes and slot them a little bit more. One thing I forgot to do is I call them lugs, your little inserts where your fenders thread into them. I forgot to order them and I need 2 or 3. So I'm almost debating on putting a bolt and a nut in or welding in the little threaded lugs is what I call them. We'll see. I've used bolt nuts before instead of weld nose and it really didn't matter to me one way or the other. But when you're doing stuff on video, people get weirded out real fast if you don't do it, their way or the factory way. But no, it's coming along. It may not look it, but a lot of stuff has got done. As I said before, truthfully, there's no right or wrong way. There's a lot of right ways to do everything. However, there's hey, it's funny you brought that up, Mike. Somebody just brought that up the other day to me, the Riv Nuts. Excuse me, and I've never used them, to tell you the truth, but I do find that interesting, in all sincerity. A couple times when I've dealt with Beetles before that had the, rotted out, you twist the bolt and the whole lug pulls out. I've actually used nuts and bolts and put them back together. I didn't even bother welding in inserts or anything, but I probably, not Tshirts work wonders to replace those on the fenders. Yeah, and there's so many things we have now compared to years ago. We didn't have a lot of these little gadgets now, the riv nuts and different things like that. But I was going to nut and bolt it, but we'll see. I probably should weld the factory inserts on there, But the dash, the only thing I do have to do, Clinton, how are you? I hope also I've been busy at work a couple months. Excited to see the bug coming back there. Thank you, Clinton. I appreciate that. Actually, this coming Friday, we're switching back to Friday night live chats for the fall, winter, and early spring. Understand Slade, I'm a crash night. After a while, it just becomes the norm. Yeah, internet, exactly. It's exactly it. When you're filming, depending on what channel or what have you, I try to take advantage of everything I do. And the reason that is so there's more videos for people so that I could slam the car together in probably 6 months, a full rest and be done. But then there's going to be like, 5 or 6 or 10 or 15 videos up and they're going, well, he didn't show how to do this or that. And that's the goal, is to have a big index up for everybody to go through when they need stuff, especially the playlist that I created. I would like to think really helps folks. So that's why my projects take longer than most people, because I try to do a video on mostly everything I do. I have skipped some stuff and just got it out of the way. But my dash, where the padded dash goes in, there's 2 studs that go through the top. There's the existing holes to hold the padded dash in. I really didn't want to get in there and weld a piece of metal in there just because of the defroster cardboard tubes that go down. They catch on fire and the whole thing. So I was trying to think of something cool to put in them holes to cover them, like some type of little trinket or something to put in them holes instead of trying to weld them shut. So I'll try to see if I can find something cool to do. Heather might even have an idea. Harbor Freight sells a river nut kit, but I probably buy the river nuts themselves from Fastenal, a reputable supplier. Be too nervous about the corrosion resistance of cheap China metal. Yeah, well, Mike, yeah, I understand that. I do, and I agree. 100% I agree. Would you ever consider building a dune buggy or sandrail on video? You know what, Jar Jar? If I could afford it and had the money, which I don't right now, I would build a dune buggy. I would do a complete buggy or kit car on video. I would love that. So if somebody has a dune buggy they would want done very reasonably, then I'd do it. There's no doubt, There was a couple dune buggies at the junkyard, but I think they're gone. I don't think they're there any longer, to be honest with you, because the one was really unique. But hey, somebody sent me something the other day before I read further. Does anybody remember the TV show Hardcastle and McCormick? You may not if you're young. I guess that was in the mid or late 70s or something. There was a kit car, Volkswagen kit car on there. It was called the Coyote. And I completely forgot about it. Alita said yes. Smoke said yep. I forgot about that kit car. That thing is so cool. Somebody sent me a little short or reel, whatever you call them, Coyote. Yep. And I was watching Adam 12 today on my phone. But anyhow, I thought that was a really cool kit car that I completely forgot about. So that kind of made my day. Spikes are good to fill holes. Mike, okay. Yes, I agree. I actually wanted to find some type of spike, chrome spike I don't know what size that hole is though. I wanted to put chrome spikes on each side because that way if you get in an accident, that's one of the things I was thinking. But I got to see what I can find, I have to go fixing Mama's stove, found a cold solder joint and relays for the oven elements. Hopefully that fixes it. Be careful, Aaron. Please be careful. But thank you for being here, and I'll see you this coming Friday night for the Friday night chats if you're on. Thank you for being here. I didn't want to miss that post there. 10,000 people saying he didn't show me how to. I get it. Remember back when you had less than 500 followers, you've done an amazing job, Tony. Thank you, Internet. That was very kind of you. I do remember hitting 1,000 subscribers, which I like to call 1,000 members, because I never like to call people followers or subscribers. I It's just how I am. I think you know my personality. I remember thinking, wow, I had 1,000 people climbing aboard, and I thought that was really cool. And now it climbed way beyond my expectations. I never expected any of this. But this is, again, this is about you folks. This is about pulling people together, and I love it. I mean, there's a coyote on the marketplace? I didn't see that. Of course, I guess it depends, what state, coyotes are awesome. Oh, yeah. I mean, when he sent me that little clip from the movie in a reel, I was like, wow, I forgot about that. I mean, I have skull bolts holding my license plates on my bus. Okay, yeah. Where'd you get the skull bolts, Clinton? Do you remember where you got them from? Oh, please tell me. Please tell me. That's a good idea, too. I love ideas. I mean, a kit car that I would like to do, or was recently at least. Yes, I'm old and remember. Eternally's older like me then. The movie was 1982 or 1983, was King of the Mountain with Dennis Hopper. Mark Hamill, I think is his name. And they had that Porsche 356 in there that I didn't know back in the day. I'm like, that is the coolest thing I ever seen. I was a young kid watching it, and wow, that they couldn't afford for the movie on a low budget. So that was a Volkswagen kit car with a stroker motor, and that thing was badass. I loved it. And I think that's why I fell in love with the movie. But I didn't know it was a Volkswagen until like 5 years ago. Yeah, I was busy. My 69 do buggy, with your expertise work on it, what state you in? I'm actually in Pennsylvania, Ron, southwestern near Pittsburgh. Seen Coyote several shows. Yeah, Darren, isn't that like a really cool kit car? I don't know, maybe because it was the show. I don't know, but I just thought it was really, really nice. I really do. What is the green called on 65 Beetles? Is it Java Green? Number one, now that I don't know. Java Green, VW Green, and or Delta Green. Yeah, I'm not good with the greens. That I really don't know. Walmart or Amazon, their kit should be easy to find. Okay, Clinton, I'll punch that in, like skull bolts or something. I'll get it figured out because that's a good idea. I don't feel like going in there and trying to protect them cardboard ducts from catching on fire and all that while I'm welding. So I thought I need some type of little bling bling to cover the holes, and I think that would be great. And I can get the interior done quicker because Heather's going to do the carpet install in about 2 to 2.5 weeks. Then we'll be putting the seats in and the shifter and the steering column back in, and then it's going to be like, whoa, it's getting real now, Let me see here. My 68 is Delta Green. I always liked Hunter Green with some metallic. I always thought that was a really nice color. Let me see here. I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss anybody's comments. I've never liked anybody to feel left out. eBay has a ton of the so-called hardware. One of the mall stores, I think Hot Topic or Spencer's carried them too. Oh, right, that's right. We do have both of them in our mall near us. Look up Porsche kit car in Florida. I'll check that out, Smoke. I'm curious about that. I love the Coyote. I just completely forgot about them. Internet, my 68 is too. And Porsche. Wait, what did Smoke say? Oh, there we go. And 68 Sweet, the Samba list, the color names. Yeah, the Samba has a nice archive for color charts and stuff like that. There we go. But yeah, I'll look tonight when I get down the house. It's not a Coyote now that I look, but it's sweet. Yeah, I just think that I never really watched that show much, I'll be honest with you, the Hardcastle McCormick thing, but I must have watched it enough to remember the kit car. But that movie, King of the Mountain, still taste that paint. King of the Mountain, I love that Porsche in it, although it was a kit car. But it's funny how as a kid, you really like something a little too much. And I already had my Beetle at that point. And I even thought, wow, that thing sounds radical. And then I read in a magazine later on the internet that was a Volkswagen kit car because their budget was low for the movie. Oh my God, I need one of them. I need to build one. I need to do something different on the channel when this is done, because I'm not going to just myself go out and grab another Beetle and then do it. You're going to get bored with that. We need somebody else's car in my garage, or a movie star to stop in and hang out, or we could start making homemade pizzas. I mean, I Googled skull license plate bolts and all kinds of good popped up. Oh, okay. Yeah. Because I had, what did I have? Yeah, I had little 8 balls is what I had. So, but I don't want to use these in there. But, oh yeah, Heather will be into that. She likes stuff like that. Well, night all seems to be getting sleepy. Have a great night, including Heather, the Russian spy. Good night, Internet. Thank you for being here. Remember, we're switching to Fridays next week if you can jump in. Best dune buggy kit was the Myers Manx. Oh, yeah. Well, Stuart, absolutely. I mean, they bring a little bit of money when they're done, but you already know that. They're amazing. The fellow that had the scrapyard, I shouldn't call it that, salvage yard, although him and I never referred to it as the salvage yard or junkyard. We always referred to it as the property, because I would go down on my own sometimes. He 100% trusts me. Actually, I got to pick up a key from him. He made a key for me to get in the gate. So, because Heather goes down on a property and grabs rock for her pond, which he's very gracious about all the time. But he had a couple dune buggy bodies there and a weird kit car. It's in one of my videos, the salvage yard visit. And I don't know what it was, though. It was like remember the Rolls Royce front end they used to make for the Beatles? Heather just got a kiss from Internet. He was being very, very nice. It looked kind of like that front end, but it was a dune buggy, and I'd never seen one like it. It's in one of my videos for the salvage yard, but or the property, we call it. But truthfully, I thought it was unique, and I never did ask him, like, what is that? Because he's very knowledgeable on that stuff, And good night, Alita. Big hug, sweetheart. I hope you have a great week, and I hope you're feeling better. I didn't want to, ask your business, I'm missing Dog in here tonight, Keith. He's been having a lot of medical issues, and we talk through text back and forth, and I really like him. I'm missing him in here tonight. I'm used to him being in here. But Slade, you need to go to Hershey or Color or Big East Coast or swap your next project via viewer vote. You know what? Number one, Carlisle. Well, Carlisle isn't horrible. I'd probably spend the night. It's about a 3.5-hour drive. Heather would probably enjoy Carlisle. She's never been there. And Carlisle, though, I had to watch. I took Heather to a car show yesterday. There was, a bunch of Novas and things of that nature. And then, Heather, she's like, I need an old muscle car. And she don't ask for nothing, literally. She would take a crappy one that's rusted out. She just loves her old Chevys. But she likes the Ford Falcons, too. I found a Falcon today, a 62 two-door, straight 6, 3-speed on a column. And 3,300 or best offer. It's about an hour from my house, maybe. If I had money to just burn right now, I would have just grabbed it and switched it over to an automatic for Heather. Because I know after a while with her stick, her one knee got a little buggered up. Lily banged into her. But I forget what that's called when that happens, meniscus or something like that. But I was thinking about grabbing that Falcon. If I had the extra money right now, I'd grab it. It's a 2-door 62, I believe. I would just switch it over to an automatic for her. It's easy to do. Enough about that. But did you see that I posted from the ski round that trip? The thing was nice. I'll have to post a community page. No, post it on a community page, Mike, because I missed that. The problem I run into, Mike, is on a lot of my Facebook, what do you call the wall when you're scrolling, whatever that's called. A lot of people say, didn't you see my post or this and that? And I don't have a ton of friends on Facebook. I decline a lot of them, or else I just don't catch it. But it's mostly people that I know are part of this group and club. So, but a lot of people post, and it's like I don't get to see everybody's stuff all the time because there's so many people. There's been so many political posts that I've unfollowed a lot of people. I didn't unfriend them. I just unfollowed because the political stuff was just starting to burn me down mentally. after seeing it all day long. And I'm not trying to be rude. I want to be happy in life. I'm aware of things, but I like to be happy at the same time. You missed the important part of that. Manx SR was a little bit different than the standard Manx. You'll need to Google it. Stuart, I will Google that. I didn't know if you had a typo there, my friend. That's why I kind of looked at it. Manx are the cat's butt. They're awesome. But now when I get off of here, I'll be punching that in, Manx SR, because I don't know that. I'm not that good with dune buggies to tell one from the other. You know what I mean? But I'll Google that and see what that looks like. I've never seen one before, possibly. Craig, I built an Allison Daytona and loved the thick fiberglass body. And Allison had an MG kit. Oh, wow. That is really cool. I don't know what that is, Craig, in all honesty. I love the kit cars. There were so many available when I was younger, but I guess now it's not as big as it used to be, but I do see them on the Craigslist and on the marketplace sometime, where they're pretty reasonable, the bodies and stuff. If you go to Hershey or Carlisle, I'll be there right between both. I'd like to go to Carlisle. I've never been to Hershey, to be honest with you, so I don't even know which one's closer to me. I'd have to Google it. I'm near Pittsburgh, so you would probably know better than me, which is more reasonable. But Carlisle, any event they have is huge, in all sincerity. Where can I find you removing a rear wheel bearing that is stuck? Tom, are you asking that on an IRS or a swing axle, my friend? Because when I did my swing axle, I pulled the whole axle tube off, and when I popped it, then the bearing slides off. If not, you have to have a special tool. It's not crazy expensive, but it at least, will get it off easier. But I'm seeing what page we're on here together. The Double's a 356 powered car, but basically VW. Oh man, that is cool. I love that one from King of the Mountain. And when I found out it was a kit car and had the Beetle motor in that, it was like, now that is really cool. And good night, Schmuck. Thanks for being here, brother. I'll see you this Friday night if you do stop in briefly. I completely understand. And political stuff, what's going on down there? My southern cousin, it's all hockey training camp news up here. Lot number one. I don't even talk about it. It's just business as usual for Big Brother, and all the dumbness that comes with it. Car stuff so heavily outnumbers the political stuff for me in my feed. I go and click the hide, show less, ignore, etc. to keep the nonsense out. Mike, that's what I told Heather. She got aggravated last night or this morning, I forget when, and she's like, I got to quit getting on Facebook completely at this point because that's all I'm seeing from certain friends. I says, well, then you can go click the three little dots, and then you're not unfriending them, but you don't have to see it. And I feel bad for anybody that has died or anything. There's no reason for all that. However, I feel bad, but I can't live with it just 24 hours a day. I just can't do it. Life is too short, and nobody should perish regardless. But outside of that, I need to also take care of business, take care of my wife in the house, and try to be fun and laugh, a little bit. Car stuff still heavily outnumbers. Okay, split axle. What somebody had sent me, give me 1 second, Tom. Where are you? I have where is it at? I forget which drawer I put it in. There it is. This here, there we go. I think this guy has them on the Samba Classifieds. I don't have the video catch up. I can't see if I'm actually. Hello. There we go. This here obviously clamps onto the bearing, and then this stub you tighten and it pulls the bearing out. I think there's a guy on Samba Classifieds that sells these for like $50. One of the members was nice enough to send me this. He said he won't be doing anymore. He's getting older. So that's my advice for that part anyhow, to get it off. A little bit of heat goes a long way too. Let me see. And thank you, Schmuck. Thanks for always stopping in, brother. I had to mess with that. It lost signal just for a second. So, okay, sorry about that. But anyhow, let me see here. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Yeah, I didn't know how close they were, Mike, to each other, in all honesty. That's what I do too. And autocorrect strikes again. Car is called a Devon, not Devil. And somebody stopped in, Global Tune. Hey man, just use your Beetle Day 1 video to lower the rear of the car. Mine was to raise. Thanks for being so thorough with your videos. Much love, Denmark. 71 113 with 1600 cc. That would be a dual port, I think. And thank you, Global Tune. Thank you so much for stopping in and saying something nice like that. I'm glad the videos are helpful. I really, really appreciate that very much. Ron said, you sure have a big Slade family. Night all beer Friday night and early this time. Sounds good, Ron, and thank you so much. It's a great community. I call it one big family club, and we just have lots of great folks here. I'm very thankful for all of you. But good night, Ron. I hope you have a great day tomorrow, my friend. And Tom, perfect. I took a picture. Fritz makes and sells it. Yep, that's who it is. I couldn't remember because somebody had actually sent that to me, but they do work very, very nice, my friend. Rick, it's nice living outside influence. I keep track of what's going on. I like to do it on my terms rather than flooding. Yeah, and you know what, Mike? And that's the thing. I like to check on things so I'm aware of things, but I don't like being forced and flooded with it. And it's like, then my day is messed up or I get aggravated. So I just check on things as I need to, you know what I mean? And be aware of my surroundings and be tactical in my own way. And if you see Mexican specs, Mexican car, 20 years old, lots of them are late 80s, 2000 Beetles, way cheaper than repairing some locals, some Mexican-only cars too. Well, number one, that my buddy actually, I forget what year. I have two friends local with Mexis, and truthfully, I like them, if that's what you're for on the same page here. You know what I mean? I think they're awesome. I was surprised that they were swing axle, which was weird for the years of them. Slade, thank you personally again. I love the content. I like the input from your viewers. Thank you, Ken. I really appreciate that, Mr. Bain. Like I said, we'll be switching back to Friday night live chats at 9 p.m. Eastern starting this Friday. I just do the Sunday night live chats in the summer because Friday nights, everybody's out. I mean, for except me, you know, doing stuff. So let's see here we go. I was checking something, and lots of great people, Ken. Awesome community. And that was my goal in the end, though, is to have one big family, global, you know, that's part of this. I just really enjoy that. No, Heather wants a double car. I still think you use Elvira Mistress Story Term as inspiration for H. Beetle. Indeed, a dual port. Got it with a narrowed front beam. The normal, since I have insurance check next month. Bit scary, but I'll take a look at your video to do it. Okay, yeah, I do the best I can with the videos, you know what I mean, and keep it pretty cut and dry. You know, mine's a 2-inch narrowed adjustable beam with drop spindles, but I'm not going low with mine. Mine's on dollies now, so it actually looks higher than it really is, though. Some of the Mixel Beetles have power locks, windows, ABS, AC. Oh, yeah, I believe it, number one. Yeah, from the factory. Right. Good night, Clinton. I'll see you Friday, brother. I hope you have a great week. Yeah, I don't think theirs have power windows or anything, but had an oil filter. I did catch the oil filter, you know, coming right off the oil pump. You know, there was a couple differences. The seats were comfortable. The only bummer is they didn't smell like the old Beetles that we were, you know, accustomed to being in. Probably because it didn't have all the cheap vinyl. It had like fabric seats and all that, you know. I'm going to head out here. It's almost 10:30. I got to button up the garage. I got to get out of the house. I got to get a shower. Heather made a bunch of food, so now I'm hungry again, so I'm going to eat. And then I got to start sitting down with a notepad, which people don't realize what I do in the background is I have to constantly write down what video I'm going to do next and try to keep in a specific order. So I should probably just start doing video and put it all together after a couple of months of behind the scenes. It might be a little bit funny, you know, but Hey, thank you so much. And Global, thank you for the kind comment. I appreciate that. I do the best that I can do, but I hope everybody has a really, really amazing week. I'll see you next Friday night. Remember, the videos are moved from Fridays to Sundays now for this time of the year. So blessings to all you. You're all in. I hope you all have a very, very safe week. Hug your families, give kisses to them, and spend as much time laughing as possible in all sincerity. I'll see you soon.